Hi everyone. In this video we discussed about the hash in Ruby. So what is a hash? A hash is a collection of key and value pairs which is similar to associative arrays in PHP. Here each value is associated with a key. If you want to be access any value from the hash, you can use the key instead of a numerical index. So if you want to be access any value from the array, you are going to be use numerical arrays. That is a array of 0, 1, 2, like and so on. So but here each and every value has an association key there. So based on those keys, you are going to be access the values. Okay. So here we have various methods that are used to create a hash. Let us see how to create hashes and what are the various built-in methods that we are going to be apply on hash. Now coming to the first methodology that you are going to be create a hash, so which is with the help of new keyword. So hash dot new, so which creates an empty hash. So let's print the hash here. See, it is going to be displaying an empty hash, that is open curly braces or close curly braces. So here our hash class constructor is going to be accept one parameter. So that is nothing but our object, so which is of any type, that is a numeric or a string. So this is the value that is going to be accessed for each and every key. Okay. For example, here I assign a value 1 as a parameter to the new keyword, and now I would like to be call this value 1 with any key. For example, here h of 29 is a, actually there is no 29 key in our hash, but it is going to be access the value 1 as output. So which means here this is the parameter that you are going to be passed in the class constructor is the default value for any key. Okay, so this is the one way of creating hash in Ruby. Let's take one more syntax, that is to define a hash. So which is going to be enclosed in curly braces. Here the key value, say k1 is my key, so which associates with the value say 20. I would like to take one more key here, say k2, so whose value is 40. Now let's print the hash. So which is going to be displayed on the output screen. That is what is the hash you are going to be created, that is displayed on the screen. Okay. Remember one more important point on keys is here the keys are either the string type or integer. Okay, you can use either string or integers, and these keys are unique. These keys are unique. So if you are going to be repeat any key twice, which means the last assigned value is going to be accessed. For example, here initially I have two unique keys are there, that is k1 and k2, and I have taken k1 as a duplicate key. Now I assigned a value 50 for it. Now if you run this one, you get only two values, so that is k1 and k2 only. Now the k1 value is 50 because that is the value we assigned at last. See, it shows also warning, that is a key k1 is a duplicate and overridden on line 1. Okay, so initially k1 has a value 20. Later we reinitialized it, that is k1 equal to 50. Okay, so these are the two important points on keys. We have one more possibility to create a hash, that is with the help of a hash keyword, uh, hash. So inside the square brackets you are going to be represent the key and value pairs. Now let us print the hash. So here it is going to be display the hash. Okay, so these are the various ways to create a hash. Okay, now let us see various built-in methods on hash. In that, the first method is a clear method, which is used to remove all the key and value pairs from the hash. So let me take a simple example with the 3 keys, and before calling a clear method I would like to be print the hash here, and here I call clear method, that is hash dot clear. Then after calling the hash dot clear method, just print the hash here. See here, initially we are going to be create a hash with a 3 key and value pairs, and when we call the clear method, it is going to be remove all the key and value pairs from the hash. And coming to the next method, that is delete method, which is going to be remove a specified key and value space. Here a delete method is going to be accept one parameter, that is a key. Okay, here I would like to be remove a value 40. Okay, so here the key for 40 is k2. Okay, now h dot delete of k2, so which means it is going to be remove k2 key and its association value. Okay, see here, initially we have 3 keys and values, later we have only 2. Okay, the next method is empty method, so which is going to be written either true or false. So which means if the hash is empty, then it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Let us see h dot empty. So now let's check what is the value it is going to be written. So which is false, because the hash is not empty. Okay, so in case the hash is empty means, which is the empty method is going to be written true. Okay, then next, coming to the next method, that is fetch method, which is going to be retrieve a value from the hash, so based on the key. So for example, h dot fetch of, here you are going to be pass a key, let us say k2, so is my key. So a fetch is going to be return the value associated to k2 key. Okay, let's see the output for this one. So the k2 value is 40. Okay, here fetch method also have one more parameter, so which is going to be executed when the key is not found only. For example, here I would like to take value 50. Here we are going to be fetch the value for k2 key. Let's see what is the result it is going to be written. It is 40 only, because k2 is existed in our hash. Okay, if not existed, then it is going to be written the second parameter value, that is 50. For example, let us take k4 is my key. Now I am going to be fetch the value for k4. There is no k4 key in our hash, so in such case it is going to be written the value 50. Okay, so if it doesn't pass means it shows a runtime error. Okay, let us check that one also. So here there is no key found. Okay, k4 is not found. So to avoid these kind of errors, we also pass default values for the unfound keys. Okay, so this is about the fetch method. Then hash underscore key method is there, so which is going to be written either true or false. So here if we are going to be find a given key in our hash means it returns true, otherwise it returns false. For example, print h dot has underscore key of, I would like to be search k1 key. So if it is find in our hash variable h means it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Let us test it. So we got true. Okay, similarly if you are search for key k4, now it shows false value. Okay, and similar kind of method, that is for values. So if any value present in the key means it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Here for example the value is 20. Let's test it. So it is true. Why? Because the value 20 is present in hash h. Okay, if you are going to be pass a value 50, in such case the interpreter is going to be shows a false message. Okay, then invert method is there, so which returns invert of our hash, which means a value become as key and a key become as values. See, if you are going to be print hash dot invert, so it is going to be return the values as key and keys as values. Now see the resultant output from the invert method, that is 20 association with k1, 40 k2 and 60 k3. So actually our hash is k1 is 20, k2 40, k3 is 60. So there we have the k1, k2, k3 are the keys, 20, 40, 60 are the values. So after inverting it, 20, 40, 60 are the keys, k1, k2, k3 are the values. Okay, so this is about the invert method. The next a keys method is there, so which is going to be return an array of keys present on our hash. For example, h dot keys. So what are the various keys we have in h? So that is k1, k2, k3. So all these keys are going to be returned by keys method in array format. So let us run this one. See, k1, k2, k3 are enclosed in square brackets because it is going to be written in array format. Okay. The next, a merge method is there. So merge is written in two different ways. Okay, so in that first one is merge with another hash. Let us take one more hash here, say h2. Now which contains a different keys, say k4, this value is 80, and k5 whose value is 100. Okay, now I would like to be merge these two hashes, that is h1 and h2. So here a merge method is going to be return the hashes, that is h1 and h2. Okay, so which means it is going to be written a new hash, sorry, so merge of h2. Now let us check the output for this one. Oops, sorry, there is naming error, that is here you are going to be print h1, right? See, our print method is going to be return the merge of h1 and h2 as a new hash. Okay, then next we have one more merge methodology is there, that is merge exclamation mark. Okay, so which is going to be update the resultant hash into our called object. For example, I'm going to be call merge method with the help of h1. So merge not of h2. Now if you want to be print the combined merge, means combined hashes, means you are going to be print h1. So no need to print the entire h1 dot merge not of h2. Okay, if you simply print the h1, means that combination of h1 and h2 is updated in h1. Okay, now let us test this. So initially h1 consists of k1, k2, k3. Now updated h1 consists of k1, k2, k3, k4 and k5 keys along with these values. Okay, so this is about the merge method. And the last method is values method, which is going to be return the only values present in the hash. Let us take our initial hash, that is h with k1, k2, k3. Okay, now print h dot values, so which is similar to h dot keys. There it is written only keys. Okay, in array format. Here it returns only values in array format. Okay, let us test it. See, we have 20, 40, 60 are the values in the hash. So that is written by our values method. Okay, in array format. So these are the various built-in methods we apply on hashes. So that's all today. See you in next video. Thank you.